With that said, Damon Stoudamire joins us. Coach, I know we got football in the brain, but, man, hoops is here. It's October. We got media days next week, and I know you're excited to get started.
Oh, yeah, I am. It's been a long summer, but a good summer, and we're excited to, kind of I wouldn't say pick up where we left off, but just kind of capitalize on the momentum that we started. Um, got a good mix of guys, young players, older guys, brought in some contributors that I think will really help us. So I'm looking forward to the season.
I already told him everything we ask him today will probably be asked
Yes.
again in 5
Yes.
days, so just forget that we
Yes.
even asked this. What did you learn most about yourself year one here at Georgia Tech at the helm?
Good question. I would say patience.
Yeah.
I would say just learning the league as well. That was big for me. I don't think, although most teams are obviously player driven, I like to learn coaching styles. So you pick up how to play against certain teams, how to recruit. So that was big for me. So style of play, recruiting moving forward, those were things that I definitely learned.
Coach, you got a really good nucleus that we just highlighted your sophomores, but you've also sprinkled it in with a little something with the transfer portal. What's that world like now for a guy that's learning the whole craziness of college athletics?
It's crazy, but it's a lot of fun. I get my GM on, so I look at it. I walk into the office every morning and I tell the guys, okay, this is my coaching hat now. This is my player personnel hat. And it's been a lot of fun, and I think we've had success in the portal. This year we bring in JVM McCullum, really good player coming from Oklahoma. He'll help us. He's a veteran player. This is his third school, but he's had a lot of success in college. So I look forward to his leadership and his shot-making ability. Luke O'Brien is also a great pickup for us, and he played in Colorado. And I think the biggest thing for me with Luke, other than outside shooting, is his maturity. And he's played with a lot of really good players. 3 of his teammates last year at Colorado were 3 of the 42 players picked, first 42 players picked in this year's draft. So, I look forward to having his presence as well.
When we saw Woj leave ESPN to be a GM for St. Bonnie, right? He's going back home. You just mentioned about wearing the GM hat. It really does feel like college basketball feels more and more like the NBA every single day. Now, you've played it. You've experienced it. Is that a crazy statement? Is it NBA light, or where are we going here?
No, I try to prepare my staff every day. I try to get them to understand the new normal in 2024. And that's exactly what it is. You have to have a board of players. You also have to have a board full of portal guys. So it is going there, and that's just where we're at. So you have to adjust on the run, and we've done a good job, and we have to continue to do a good job. And we have to create a system that's going to be that's going to help us be a successful program.
We could talk about the transfers, but Pac mentioned that nucleus, and part of that nucleus is 2 guys who broke out as freshmen in Nate George and Bayan Dongo. How have you challenged each of them this off-season and summer to get better heading into their sophomore years?
Well, I've challenged them in a lot of ways, but the biggest thing is mentally. Their approach is going to be so important. I tell people all the time, it's really hard to make that jump going to freshman, sophomore season. You're on the top of scouting reports. People are scheming for you. Now, with that being said, they've come through the spring and the summer, and they've really worked on their games. They've gotten better with their maturity. They worked on their bodies and their conditioning. People forget last year this time, neither were expected to do a whole lot for us. So they kind of blossomed into who they were, and so they'll keep blossoming as players. But the biggest thing for me is the maturity mentally, especially with Nate. He has to lead us. And he has to be really good in that area.
Coach, you talked about these freshmen, and they get better as the year goes on, but they also hit a wall, right?
Yes.
You see it, and now you talk about physically, hey, now you know what the grind is. You can handle it heading into your sophomore year. I'm going to go to your days at the NBA.
Ooh.
Right? I mean, you went through the same thing, didn't you? In terms of, my goodness, every night it's grown men it's a grind, man. You got to figure this thing out.
Yeah, it is. It's a grind. Again, it's a maturity factor. And, when I look at, just take Nate, for instance, being a point guard, like you have to have a relationship with every guy on the team. And some of them be good, some of them might be bad, but you have to learn how to nurture that. And he has to be able to understand body language. He has to understand things that, as a point guard, is more put on you than any other player on the team. So, he's tasked with a big thing, but I think he's capable of it, and he has help. That's really one of the biggest reasons I brought Javian, along, is to help Nate with those things.
How have you seen that relationship develop so far?
It's been good. I think that, I like to compete, and I think that Javian has done a great job of coming in here and making Nate work. And when I was in college, I remember I played with a really good guard by the name of Khalid Reeves, and we didn't play together on the same team in practice ever. We always competed against each other, and he made me who I was. And I think that, between Nate and Javian, I think they've done a good job in that area.
From a personal perspective, what did you learn the most about the ACC after going through it once? And what surprised you maybe the most?
What I learned is it's an offensive league. I think, there are really good offensive players. I think collectively as a league it was really talented, but I just thought that there were really talented, offensive players, really talented offensive minds with the coaching. And but again, it was a really physical league too. I thought that the refs really let you play, and it was great basketball environments. I thought it was really good basketball environments. I haven't played at Carolina. We didn't play there last year, I should say, but we played there this year, so I'm looking forward to that. But it was really, really great basketball environments, and a lot of the spots that we played at, it was my first time being there. So.
Anything else schedule-wise that jumps off the page? We did the schedule release last week. I know you have Oklahoma for the ACC SEC Challenge. Anything else that jumps off?
We just have a lot of early home games.
You do. Seven straight, right?
Yeah, so, we got to get off to a good start. I think that'll be big. And we just got to gain momentum. We didn't catch any breaks with the league again. We played North Carolina at Carolina December 7th, and we got Duke, right before Christmas. So we got the heavy hitters out the gate, league play, but we wouldn't want it any other way. So we look forward to competing, but we just look forward to getting better each and every game. It's all about trajectory and momentum for us this season.
Coach, after you beat Duke and Carolina last year, they were like, okay, this Stoudamire guy down there, does he not understand how this league works?
Nah, well, I beat them, but I lost to teams, I guess, that people felt I was supposed to beat.
Right.
But
that's college basketball, right? That's the beauty of it.
Yes,
Listen,
is.
we appreciate you stopping by.
Right.
Can't wait to see the rest of the crew when everybody gets together next week in Charlotte, and then the season's here right around the corner. And looking forward to big stuff from you guys.
All right, thank you guys.